Hello everybody, and welcome to live coverage of the 2019 USA South Athletic Conference Softball Tournament. Game number 8 of the tournament is underway here. Sorry we missed the first couple pitches. They started early. Averett taking on Huntington. And Alyssa Singletary goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the top of the first inning. I'm Drew Wilson. Thanks for tuning in to today's game. It's an elimination game between the Cougars and Hawks, who are in a rematch from opening the tournament yesterday morning. Averett won 6-4 in 10 innings. Line drive by Rain Ellis right at shortstop Hannah Thompson for out number 2. That'll bring up Mackenzie Ridgway. Ridgway at third base today. And the pitch from Ahearn fouled out of play. Ahearn on the year. This is actually her first start of the season. She only appeared in 10 games in the circle. But she's shown over history she can be good in there. Just some illness and Averett's pitching depth kind of kept her out of the lineup in the circle at least. And she gets the strikeout here. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Ahearn. And that'll be it for Huntington here in the top of the first inning. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Caitlin Ahearn, who got us 2 strikeouts in the top half of the frame, leads off, hits a ball deep to left field. That's going back, and that'll drop in right at the wall. Ahearn around to second base. And she gets a double to lead things off here for the Cougars. Nearly got a home run. If you remember yesterday, Ahearn led off the game against Huntington on a first pitch home run to right center field. Gave the Cougars a 1-0 lead. She gets the leadoff double here to help her own cause. That'll bring up Erin Rankin. Rankin, the freshman, out of San Bernardino, California, steps up. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1 from Madison Hunt, who pitched in the game against the Cougars yesterday. Pitched brilliantly. Unfortunately took the loss, but you couldn't ask for a better performance from her in that game. That pitch a little bit outside to Rankin for ball 1. Rankin pops this one up, and it will find its way out of play over behind the Huntington dugout on the third base side. Rankin batting .319 on the year. Has 19 runs batted in. Pitch outside, misses the corner. Evens count at 2-2. Pitch from Hunt, a little floater line drive right to the third baseman, and caught by Mackenzie Ridgway for out number 1. That'll bring up Hannah Thompson. Thompson crushing the ball of late, batting .396 on the year. Has a couple home runs in the tournament already. One of our home runs, of course, was against Madison Hunt in the 10th inning, a 2-run shot that gave the Cougars, turned out to be a 6-4 win. That pitch a little outside. 2-0 the count here to Thompson. That pitch a little outside as well. 3-0 now. And Hunt staying away from Thompson, and that'll be a 1-out walk here to put 2 aboard for Anna Coleman. So 2 aboard here for Anna Coleman, catcher for the Cougars. Hits this one down to third base. It's going to be fair. Ridgway steps on third for the force out on the fielder's choice. Moves Thompson up to second. And they're going to call a legal pitch here. So that will be a ball for Coleman. And the batters will resume, or the runners will resume where they were initially. So 1 ball. And that one a strike on the outside corner to Coleman. One on the count. Ball popped up behind the plate and caught. Great effort there by the catcher, Casey Cochran, for out number 2. So with 2 away, that will bring up Bree Murphy, who's playing third base for the Cougars in this game with Ahern in the circle. Hunt's pitch on the way, and that one's going to be a little low and outside. Hunt comes in with a 19-5 record on the season. .31 earned run average and 160 and 2/3 innings, has 95 strikeouts. Hunt finds the zone there on the inside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Huntington wearing their dark gray jerseys with red trim. Averett in their navy blue tops, white pants. And Hunt's pitch in there for strike 2. Here to Murphy with 2 outs. One-two pitch, outside corner, just a little bit off the plate. 2-2 count. Murphy pops this one up. It will get out of play over the Averett dugout. It's a beautiful day here in LaGrange. The sun is out. Temperatures in the 70s. Couldn't ask for a better weekend of softball. Had a little bit of rain in the forecast, scheduled for yesterday, but it turned out to be a pretty day. And Murphy tattoos this one, but right at the left fielder, as Lydian Lewis makes the catch. Looked a little bit more difficult than it was, but that'll be the third out as Murphy flies out to left field. So still scoreless here. We'll go to the top of the second inning when we return. Welcome back. We go to the top of the second inning. Still scoreless here between Huntington and Averett. Annie Nolan will lead it off here for the Hawks. Nolan, the DP, today batting in the cleanup spot. First pitch fouled away. Good inside pitch, but Nolan able to get around on it. Ahern. Her pitch fouled away by Nolan once again. Oh, and 2 the count. Pitch outside. Missed the zone. Due up this inning, it's Nolan, Cochran, and Caffey for Huntington. And that pitch got away from Ahern. Makes it 2-2. Inside corner, just a little bit inside. Makes it full. Tough pitch to lay off of, especially with 2 strikes, but Nolan wisely does. And she will draw the walk here to lead off the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Casey Cochran, catcher for Huntington. Cochran batting .287. Pitch popped up and will get out of play and hit the roof of the press box. That pitch a little low, makes the count 1-1. Ahern with the windup in the pitch. 1-1 pitch up high inside for ball 2. This one hit out into shallow center field. It's going to be trouble. Good layout dive by Taylor Hodges in center field, but couldn't quite get to it, and it drops in for a single and 2 aboard here for Caitlin Caffey. Caffey batting .270 on the year, has 21 runs batted in. Caffey tries to lay down the bunt, pops it up right to Ahearn for out number 1. Trying to get down the sacrifice bunt, move the runners over, but could not get the ball down. So with 1 away, that'll bring up Madison Perryman, the second baseman for the Hawks, who's batting .307 on the year. First pitch, high fastball, swing and a miss from Perryman. And another fastball blown right by her by Ahearn. 0-2 the count. Pitch outside. Perryman not chasing. The pitch is high. Two-two pitch. That one high as well. Runs the count full here to Perryman. And strike 3 called. So the strikeout looking. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Huntington here with 2 outs. And Mackenzie Smelly has grabbed a bat. She will pinch in for Hannah Vines. Smelly swings at the high fastball. Ball fouled back to the net. 0-2 the count. And that pitch just missed the outside corner. Ahearn trying to get Smelly to chase. 2 aboard here, 2 outs in the top of the second inning. That pitch just missed as well. 2-2 the count. Ball crushed foul down the left field line. They'll do it again, 2-2. And that pitch just missed high. Ahearn wanted that call. runs the count full here. Ball popped up out of play. And ball 4 as Smelly draws the walk. That'll load the bases. And it looks like Hannah Vines will re-enter. Bases loaded here for Lydia Lewis. Lewis had a really strong game against the Cougars on Friday. And a little soft liner over to shortstop. Hannah Thompson makes the catch. So Cougars escape the bases loaded jam here in the top of the second inning. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second. For the Cougars, it will be Mangum, Cawthon, and Cook coming to the plate. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless here between Huntington and Averett. Zamaya Mangum will lead it off for the Cougars here. Mangum, the hero earlier today. Her grand slam against Piedmont turned out to be the difference in a 4-1 victory. First pitch of ball, second pitch of ball as well. The ball Mangum hit was to left field. And the fence is here about 225, and that was every bit of 260, the ball she hit, maybe longer. Three balls, no strikes here to Mangum. And the pitch, line drive into left field. And Mangum aboard here with a leadoff single. That'll bring him Nicole Cawthon. Cawthon batting .270. Cawthon tries to lay down a bunt, pokes at it, but can't make contact. That'll be strike one. Coughlin nearly hit a home run against Hunt yesterday against the Hawks, but Rain Ellis with a tremendous over-the-fence grab to rob Coughlin of the 2-run homer in the 10th. Hunt misses outside. 1-1 the count. This one wrote, but a great play. Second baseman Perryman ranged up to grab that line drive. Tried to throw over to first, though. Throw got away from her. Ended up in the Averett dugout, out of play. So Mangum will advance on the E4. They're actually going to give her third base as well. So Mangum at third here for Casey Cook at the plate. Pitch inside to Cook. This one hit out into the gap in right center. Could be trouble. It's going to be caught. Mangum tags, comes home, and scores. And it'll be an RBI sac fly for Casey Cook. So the Cougars take a 1-0 lead on Huntington thanks to the sac fly by Cook. So with 2 away, that'll bring up Mallory Griffiths batting in the number 9 spot for the Cougars. And lines it right. Actually, they're going to rule it a 2U because she stepped on the plate. So that'll do it for the Cougars, but not before they take a 1-0 lead over Huntington here in the second inning. We'll go to the third when we come back. It'll be top of the lineup due up for the Hawks. And welcome back. We go to the top of the third inning. Averett holds a 1-0 lead on Huntington. Alyssa Singletary at the plate here to lead things off. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Singletary struck out to lead off the game back in the first inning. It'll be Singletary, Ellis, and Ridgway here for Huntington. 0-1 pitch from Aheron, misses outside. That pitch inside.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but it will text you a code. Is how you get on.
1-2, 2-1 the count. And that pitch finds the outside corner. Two-two count. Pitch misses high. Full count now. Here to Singletary. Singletary leading the team in hitting with .351 average entering this game. Full count pitch popped up over towards third base. And looked like a little miscommunication there. And drops in foul, so they'll do it again. And strike three called on the outside corner. And Singletary goes down for out number one. Fourth strikeout of the game for Ahern. That'll bring up Rain Ellis, who lined out the shortstop. First pitch swing and a miss for strike one. And another swing and miss as Ellis in an 0-2 hole here. That pitch a little bit off the corner. Ball popped up, and she's going to be ruled out for stepping on the plate. So two away here for Mackenzie Ridgway. Ridgway struck out to end the first inning. That pitch across for strike one. Ahern misses low and inside. That pitch in the dirt. 2-1 the count here to Ridgway. Ridgway came into this game batting .338 on the year with 6 doubles, a triple, and a homer. Ahern can't find the zone, so 3 balls and 1 strike now. Ball hit out into center field. Taylor Hodges battling, finds it, and makes the catch. Looked like the sun might have affected her vision there, but she manages to find it for the third out, and that'll do it for Huntington here in the top of the third inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the third when we come back. It'll be the top of the lineup coming up for the Cougars. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Caitlin Ahern will lead it off for the Cougars. Facing off against Madison Hunt. First pitch from Hunt, a strike right down the middle. Ahern 1 for 1 today with a double back in the first inning. That pitch misses outside. 1-1 the count. Ahern turns on this one, sends it back to right field. Didn't get enough of it, though, and Vines makes the catch. Ahern just got underneath it, lifted it a little too high. I think if she gets behind that one, she drives it out of here. But just a long out. That'll bring up Erin Rankin. Rankin lined out to third base. First pitch, a ball in the dirt. That one misses outside. 2-0 the count. Rankin lifts this one into right field, but Vines there to make the catch. So Hunt induces 2 consecutive fly balls to right field. That'll bring up Hannah Thompson. Thompson walked in her first at bat of the day. That pitch a little low for ball 1. Huntington pitched around Thompson earlier with the bases empty here and 2 outs. Certainly do that again. Pitch outside. Inside pitch finds the corner for strike 1. Good looking pitch there by Hunt. She went away twice and came back in. Two-one pitch, and Thompson crushes it up the middle for a hit. So 2-out single by the freshman shortstop brings up Anna Coleman. Coleman popped out in foul territory to the catcher. Thompson on the run, throw down to second base. Ends up in left field. Thompson's going to try her luck over to third, and she'll make it. So it'll be a stolen base and an error on the play. And the pitch was a strike. So 0-1 the count here to Coleman. Coleman pops that one up. It'll get out of play over to the right side. Coleman and Thompson, both high school teammates, now college teammates. Oh-2 pitch. This one poked into the gap in right center. That's going to drop in. It'll be an RBI single by Anna Coleman. Gives the Cougars a 2-0 lead.
Thompson's run is. I think she would have scored on that. Stolen base for her second. She would have scored from second on that, so it's her
That'll bring up Bree Murphy. And that pitch misses low and outside. That one inside as well. 2-0 the count. And that pitch in there for strike one. Two-one pitch. Murphy swings, gets a piece of it, but will be strike two. And Murphy ropes that one foul. Nearly caught by Ridgway at third. She dove for it and tailed on her at the last second. Two-two pitch from Hunt. Ball popped up right behind the plate and caught by Cochran for the last out. So the Cougars add another run. They lead 2-0 over Huntington here in this elimination game of the 2019 USA South Athletic Conference softball tournament here in LaGrange, Georgia. And welcome back. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Neighbor with a 2-0 lead on Huntington.
Is it actually broadcast?
And first pitch fouled away by Annie Nolan.
Check the box. We want to thank the 8 people that have watched this broadcast.
And this one fouled back to the net.
Call your neighbors. Let's get to double figures. You can text your friends first. I'm trying to try to.
0-2 pitch. And a little low and outside.
Chris the firefighter just subscribed to us on YouTube. What's that? This is
1-2 counts. That one misses high. Evens the count of 2-2. And this one lined. Foul. Nearly got down inside the line, down the left field line, but hooked foul at the last second. Hard to tell from this vantage point. The dugout roofs block everything down the line, so had to watch the umpire's signal there. 2-2 pitch coming from Ahearn, and that one misses high. Looked like she tried to overthrow it there. Full count and a swing and a miss. Nolan goes down on strikes. So with one away, that'll bring up Casey Cochran. And swings through that one for strike one. Popped up behind Tori, up against the net. Great concentration there. That ball was about as close to touching the net as you could get without touching it. So 2 outs now for Caitlin Caffey. Caffey steps into the well, in case the umpires had any question about whether or not that was going to be fair or foul, I think the base, you don't see that too often.
I rule that a single with 3B.
And Coughlin tries to slap at it, can't get it down again. 0-2 the count. So Hunt ahead here in the count. And her pitch wide. Trying to get Coughlin to chase. Coughlin fouls that one away. One ball, 2 strikes. Hunt with the pitch. Outside corner, just a little bit off the plate. 2-2 now. And this one poked into shallow center field. Diving catch. Great effort by Ellis out there in center field, once again making another defensive play. So Casey Cook steps in here with 1 out. First pitch a strike. Fly.
Home team, visitors, who was more than the other, and then
Sometimes people think like married will be automatically home.
no.
No, we learned that.
So full count now.
And then if it's the same, then you just flip the coin. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Cook lifts this one into left field. Lewis underneath it makes the catch for out number 2. And this one poked foul.
I think even in softball, when higher C should have one field until it's one east, one west, and you just go over.
0-2 the count here to Griffiths. Defense in on the corners. She lays off the outside pitch. And Griffiths goes down swinging for the third out. So that'll be it for the Cougars after the leadoff single by Mangum. Huntington gets out of the inning unharmed. And we go to the fifth inning. When we come back, Averett with a 2-0 lead on the Hawks.
Hey, welcome back as we head to the top of the fifth inning. Kaylin Aher will return out for her fifth inning of work. Madison Perryman will begin things off here, the second baseman for the Hawks. She's going to run a little bit high for due up on deck. One fouled back into the screen. Pushes the count here to 0-2 to Lewis. Lewis lined out to shortstop. Back to end the second inning. O2 offering here from Aheron. We call the ball on the outside corner. Good job there by Coleman to frame that, but home plate umpire said it was just off the plate. Jamie Roberson getting the honors of umpiring behind the plate in today's action. As that's going to be hit on, popped up behind the plate. Coleman's going to range into the screen, but it's going to hit off the post up above the backstop and go down as a foul ball. Count remain here at 1-2. Not a whole lot of room back behind home plate. New life here for Lewis. .1-0 offering. Be taken for a ball in the outside corner. Like a little screwball action there from Aheron. Trying to nip the outside corner for a strike three call. That's going to put twos on the board here. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Averett leading Huntington 2-0. As that's going to be hit back into the screen as well. We'll repeat the 2-2 offering here to Lewis. Aheron winds and delivers. Yeah, their home plate umpire is going to say that just missed a little bit low in the zone. Looked like Aheron and Coleman both wanted it. From our vantage point, it did look like it was just below the knees of Lewis. 3-2 count. As that's going to miss high. Lewis is going to trot down 60 feet here. Hawks are going to have a runner on first now with 2 outs, returning to the top of the order. As the shortstop number 7, Alyssa Singletary, will step in for her 3rd plate appearance of the day. Singletary struck out back in the 1st and then struck out again back in the 3rd. As that's going to miss low in the dirt. Good stop there by Coleman behind the plate. .1-0 offering here from Aheron. That's going to be hit out, popped up behind shortstop. Thompson's going to range over. She'll pull that in for the third out here in the top of the fifth inning. Averett's going to take a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the fifth when we return.
First pitch. Edge of the plate. 3-1 the count. Aaron Rankin. Two balls, no strikes. And that one in there for a strike.
How many games of softball have this? How many games did you guys have yesterday? Two. Yeah, 4 total. There's 6 total today. Or no, 5 total.
2-1 pitch. Rankin turns on it, fouls it down the left field line.
Yeah, hopefully.
2-2 pitch. 2-2 pitch. Misses low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rankin staying alive after that last foul ball. Payoff pitch. Rankin fouls it off. Been a little bit out in front several times in this at bat against Hunt. Rankin fouls it away. Quite an at bat here for the Averett freshman against. Two-0 pitch, outside again, 3-0 the count. And again, Huntington electing to pitch away from Thompson with the base open. And will be a walk. Here to put 2 aboard for Anna Coleman, who has an RBI single today. Drove in the second run for Averett. So Coleman at the plate. 1 for 2 today. That pitch outside. Coleman shows bunt. Drops it back to the pitcher and nearly beats it out, but a good play by Hunt. She kind of bobbled it and able to get it over to first base in time to the second baseman Perryman, who was covering. But it does move the runners up, so two outs here for Bree Murphy. And that misses outside. After Murphy, it would be Mangum due up. 1-0 pitch popped up in the infield and caught by the first baseman Caffey, and Huntington gets out of trouble here in the bottom of the fifth inning. They trail 2-0. It'll be the Hawks coming to the plate when we return. And welcome back. We go to the top of the sixth inning. Huntington trails Averett 2-0. Rain Ellis will lead it off here for the Hawks. First pitch strike on the outside corner from Caitlin Ahearn. Ellis 0 for 2 today with a line out, and also called out when she stepped on home plate on a swing. This ball popped up over in foul territory. Coleman, good effort to trying to get over there, but drops in foul. That pitch misses high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one chopped up the middle. Cook over there. And thrown not in time as Ellis uses her speed to beat it out. So one aboard here for Mackenzie Ridgway, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center field. This one hit up the middle. Cook flips it to second base. Thompson, bang, bang play. No argument, though, from the Averett dugout, and 2 aboard here. And that plunks Nolan. And the bases are loaded. So Huntington threatening here in the top of the 6th inning. Prime opportunity here with Casey Cochran at the plate. Base is loaded, nobody out. Cochran 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch in there for strike 1. And a swing and a miss on the high pitch. And that one airmailed to the plate. And the runner is safe on the wild pitch. And Huntington is on the board here.
They've been throwing their cowbell since the last game.
1-2 still the count to Cochran. Now the tying run at third base. Go ahead run at second base. Ball popped foul. Back to the net. One-two pitch popped up, out of play to the right side. Cochran with a big battle here.
A lot. The whole time.
That pitch in the dirt, good stop by Coleman. Two-two count. Ball fouled away again. Full count. Ball hit out into left center field. Griffiths makes the catch. That will score the tying run. And we have a new ball game.
What's the record for extra inning games for a team in a championship? 3 out of 4 scoring. What is that? 3 out of 4 for extra innings?
And it looks like we might have substitution coming. So we'll see what the change is here. 1 out. Score tied 2-2. And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter in for Caffey. Trying to see who it is. And New Straighten is pinch hitter. She's going to be hit by a pitch. Time called as head coach Natalie Regal for Averett makes her way to the circle. And it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. Looks like Taylor Bailey might be coming in here. We'll have to see what we have here. Looks like Ahearn will move to third on the switch. And Bree Murphy will exit in place of probably Taylor Bailey, who came in to pitch. Also saw Lauren Johnson run out there, but I think she's back in the dugout now. So Bailey got the start in game 1 today against Piedmont. Picked up the win after going, I believe it was 4 1/3 innings. So Murphy out of the game. So Madison Perryman up here with 2 aboard, only 1 out. Game tied 2-2. Pitch on the inside corner misses for ball 1. Perryman 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a pop-up to the pitcher. That pitch on the outside corner evens the count at 1-1. Taylor Bailey comes in with a 7-5 record, 2.56 earned run average. This is her 17th appearance of the year, 4th in relief. And a swing and a miss there for strike 2 by Perryman. One-two pitch, and strike 3 as Perryman goes down swinging for out number 2. On to bring up Hannah Vines. Vines 0 for 1 today, popped up to second base. Line drive right back to Bailey. And not going to make the play as Vines beats it out to load the bases. That'll be a base hit. Line drive right back to Taylor Bailey. All she could do was to get her glove up. Tried to make the throw, but I think she was initially stunned. So bases loaded, 2 outs for Lydia Lewis. Lewis 0 for 1 with a walk. That pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Lewis, the 8th batter of the inning for the Hawks. And nearly a throwback to pick off the runner at third base. Nolan just got back before the tag from Ahern. 1-1 count. Pitch was a strike. Outside corner, just off the plate. Swing and a miss by Lewis. Makes it 2-2. In the dirt. Play at the plate. And Bailey is going to tag Nolan out. Discussion at the plate whether or not Bailey was blocking the plate, but home plate umpire says no. And so the Cougars get out of that jam, but not before Huntington ties it up. 2-2 we go to the bottom of the sixth when we come back. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, tied 2-2 in this elimination game of the USA South softball tournament between Huntington and Averett. Zemiah Mangum will lead it off for the Cougars. First pitch low and away from Madison Hunt. Ball fouled back to the net. One pitch. Mangum tees off on that one, but lines it foul down the left side. Out of play. These two teams played to 10 innings yesterday on Friday. Averett came up with a 6-4 win. Mangum lays off that pitch. 2-2 the count. Mangum pops that one up behind the plate and in the trash can. I don't think you could try. do that if you tried. Landed in the trash can behind on the concourse. She get 2 points for that? 2-2 pitch. And Mangum fouls that one back to the backstop as well. Two-two pitch. Misses low and away. Full count now to Mangum. Hunt's pitch popped up and looks like it might get out of play, and it will, over into the Huntington bleachers. Mangum fouling off pitch after pitch here. Reminds me a little bit of her at bat earlier in the day against Piedmont. She did that a couple times and then crushed a grand slam. And this one popped up over behind third base, drops in foul down the line. Full count again. And Mangum lines this one foul again down the left side. This has got to be at least maybe pitch 10 or 12. Great battle here between Madison Hunt and Zamaya Mangum. And that pitch is outside, and Mangum will draw the walk. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Nicole Cawthon. It'll be Courtney Blankenship. So Blankenship grabs a bat. Freshman. Here coming in with a pinch hit opportunity. She has 5 hits on the year, including a pair of doubles. And she fouls down back to the net for strike one. And that pitch outside. Also have a pinch runner over at first. Taylor Hodges has subbed in. Ball popped up. Caught by Ridgway, who comes in all the way to the plate for out number one. So Hodges was the flex, so she slides in to Mangum to run for her. And that ball popped up to Ridgway for the out number one. That'll bring up Casey Cook as a sac fly and a fly out to left field. Hodges takes off for second base, and she's going to be safe. So So one's a first pitch strike to Casey Cook. Hodges got a pretty good jump. Slid in behind the tag. That pitch a little outside. 1-1 the count here to Casey Cook. Huntington battled back from a 2-0 deficit in the top half of this inning to tie it up. Trying to keep Averett off the board here in the bottom half of the sixth. This one popped up over to second base and caught by Perryman for out number 2. And we've got a pinch hitter now, pinch hitting for Mallory Griffiths will be number 5, Bree Harris. Harris had a 3-hit game against Huntington yesterday. First pitch outside, ball 1. And that one catches the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Harris, a junior, batting .264 on the season. 14 hits, including 4 doubles, a triple, and a homer. That pitch a little low. Huntington contingent wanted that call, but looked to be a little bit below the knees from our vantage point in the press box. 2-1 count. And that one finds the outside corner. Good pitch by Hunt. 2-2 now the count to Bree Harris. Here with 2 outs. Runner at second base. Harris pops this one up, and it'll get out of play down the right side. Two-two pitch outside. Couple inches off the plate. Hunt trying to go back to that same pitch. He got strike 2 on. Full count now to Bree Harris. Harris gets a piece of that one, stays alive. Harris hits this one down the left field line, gets out of play. If she could reach, it would be back to the top of the lineup for the Cougars. And Bree Harris fouls that one off again. Full count, 2 outs. And she draws the 2-out walk here on the pitch outside from Hunt. So a pair of walks have 2 runners aboard in this inning with 2 outs for Caitlin Ahern. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and a walk. That pitch a little outside. Ball 1. Aaron lays off that low and outside pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Time called. And it looks like Huntington coaches are going to make their way out to the field and talk things over with their battery mates. And we're back ready to resume play. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on for Caitlin Ahern. And pitch on the outside corner from Madison Hunt, nicely placed for strike 1. Ahern hits this one over to third base, and it's going to be the force out on the fielder's choice. So the Cougars unable to get in a run. We're still tied 2-2 after 6 innings. We'll be back with the 7th here live from LaGrange, Georgia. The 2019 USA South Conference Softball Tournament. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th inning, tied 2-2 between Huntington and Averett. Couple changes for the Cougars. Now pitching will be the USC South Freshman Pitcher of the Year, Hannah Thompson. Lauren Johnston takes over at shortstop. She'll replace Taylor Bailey, who was pitching. And Bree Harris stays in and plays right field. Aaron Rankin moves over to left field. And first pitch, a strike to Lydia Lewis, who was at the plate when the Cougars got the last out on the wild pitch play at home. So she gets the bat again. It'll be Lewis and back to the top of the lineup with Singletary. And strike 2 on the outside corner from Thompson. That pitch just missed. 1-2 the count. And a little high and outside from Thompson. Evens the count at 2-2. And a check swing. They're going to check, did she go around? They're going to say no. Full count. Little chopper out to third base. Ahearn gets the ground out on a beautiful play despite the dive from Lewis. Alyssa Singletary now at the plate with one out. As mentioned about Rain Ellis deserving a gold glove if they gave one out. I think Ahearn would deserve one as well at third base. She's probably one of the better defensive third basemen in the conference for sure. Had to really hurry on that last play. Singletary fouls off that pitch. 1-1 the count here with one out. That pitch got away from Thompson. Ball 2. And strike 2 called on the pitch from Thompson. Singletary grabs a handful of dirt, steps back in. 2-2 count. She's 0 for 3 today. Thompson lost her grip on that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive caught by Ahearn at third base. For out number 2. That'll bring up Rain Ellis. Ellis scored the first run back in the 6th inning after she reached on a single in the infield, beat it out. This one hit right back to Thompson, throw to first. And that'll be it for Huntington here in the top of the 7th inning. Cougars will come to the plate with a chance to win it, or else we're headed to extras. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied 2-2 between Huntington and Averett. Rankin up for the Cougars, looks at strike one from Madison Hunt. Hunt trying to keep the Cougars off the board and force extra innings here, but she's going to have a tough lineup to face as the Cougars have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. 0-1 pitch. Line drive into the gap and right center, and Rankin is aboard. So Rankin aboard here for Hannah Thompson. And probably going to see a pinch runner here. My guess is Micah Patterson grabs a helmet for the Cougars. And will be Patterson who will take over at first base. So the winning run at first base for Averett. Hannah Thompson at the plate. Thompson lays off the outside pitch from Hunt. Ball one. That pitch inside and in the dirt. Ball two. Huntington has been very cautious pitching around Thompson today. She's walked twice and has singled once. Has counted for one run today for the Cougars. Lays off that one, but it's going to be a called strike on the inside corner. Nicely placed by Hunt. 2-1 the count. Thompson ropes this one into the gap in right center. That'll get Patterson over to third, and she'll stay there. And the winning run one base away for the Cougars. Anna Coleman at the plate. And we're going to have time called as they're going to have a meeting with all of the players for Huntington to go over strategy here. Averett, meanwhile, will meet down the third baseline. So the meeting in the circle is over, and we'll resume play. Runners on the corners here. Nobody out. Tie ball game. Winning run at third base for Anna Coleman. Coleman 1 for 2 today with a single. Had an RBI single back in the third inning. Also had a sacrifice bunt in her last at bat. Thompson trots down to second base. Called strike. That pitch a little outside. Coleman lays off of it. Coleman fouls that one out of play. Thompson's run at second base does not matter here in a tie ball game last inning. So all the attention is going to be drawn on the runner at third, Micah Patterson. It's 3-2. Eliminated with their second. And for Huntington, they head home. Averett heads on to face Salem here later this afternoon in the Losers Bracket Championship. Huntington drops to 31-15 on the year. Averett improves to 30-15 on the year. So that'll be it for this broadcast. Thanks for tuning in to this game as Averett edges Huntington 3-2. Remind you to follow all the latest news in the USA South Athletic Conference at usasouth.net, and be sure to follow us on social media at USA_South. For everybody here at the Schuford Softball Complex, I'm Drew Wilson. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time here on USA South YouTube coverage.